Good morning, everyone. I just entered a short on TF. I got in right at this spike up to the retracement level here. My position is 1397 flat, so pretty much right at that resistance level right there. But I wanted to quickly recap first of all why I entered, and then I want to keep this running throughout the trade so that I can show how I'm managing it and everything along the way. So if you look back over the last couple of days, we've gotten consistent higher lows, consistent bears on this trend, or bulls on this trend line here, and they brought it up to 1406. Once it reached 1406, it started its little downward move here, and eventually broke through that bullish trend line. Now you can see here that the body is trying to close below. We're struggling to push above this lower trend line here, this downward trend line here. Now that was established over the last couple of days when we hit that 1406.6 level and then eventually just started pulling down. You can see that it was established here, and actually let me pull my chart down a little bit because the screen recording software doesn't capture everything. So you can see that it was anchor here, established here, failed to close it below, or failed to close above here, failed to close above here, respected perfectly here, and now we're respecting it again. But we did have a spike up just to the 78.6 retracement and some structure, which is the resistance level that I had plotted right at that 1397.1 level. And I saw it turn over right at that trend line and then make a strong push down right to this resistance level here, or the support level here. So for me, that was the valid retracement. That was the valid impulse move. So I pulled down from that turnover all the way down to its completion point here, and from there I grabbed the 78.6 retracement right at that same level, right at that resistance level there. So for me, that was my short entry. Currently sitting plus 140, so I've got my stop just above the 1400 level, 1400.1. So I'm going to leave it. I'm going to pause the video until we get some more movement, just because nothing's really happening right yet. It's the initial test off of that level, but I will keep updating this as I'm managing this trade and as the days unfolding and the trades unfolding. So that was the reason for entry, and I will keep you posted. Alright guys, we've had a little bit of movement, not too much just yet. You can see we're kind of teetering between 360 and 500 for profits, but I wanted to give an update. So once we break out of this this trend line here, once we break down below this the bull trend line again, that's when I'll pull my stop down. Right now my stop's still at that 1400.1 level. I'm going to pull it down to break even, probably maybe the 1396, I'll say 1396.3 is maybe where I'll pull it down to once we can break down below this level. Right now we're still not a ton of movement though. 380, 340, so it's teetering. It's not really doing a whole lot of anything. I've had a pretty decent week. I'm comfortable being a little bit looser with my stop loss here, and just kind of risking getting out flat and getting out with nothing in order to make a substantial dent in the market here. So I will update you again once we get a little bit more movement, but that's where my head's at. Once we get below this trend line here, that's when I'm going to pull off, or that's when I'm going to pull my trailer down and move it to just over break even, so, or just under break even. So I will update you guys in a bit. Alright guys, we're starting to see some movement here. We haven't closed below this trend line yet. We're starting to push down past it. I'm going to need to see some more substantial movement past it to really pull my stop down. Currently, we're sitting just around 800, teetering back and forth. You see, we've gotten some decent movement so far. Entry right at 1397 flat. Price now teetering down 1393 half. So I'm gonna pull my stop from 1400 down to just above break even, so 1397.7. I'm still not. It's still not enough movement. I want to see a close or a substantial move down past that trend line before I pull my stop into profit, but or even to break even. But right now I'm comfortable with the bears we've gotten. So I just wanted to update that I was pulling my stop down. We were starting to see some of those bears, so I'm going to pause it again, and once we get some more movement, I will update. Hey guys, so we're starting to get some movement. You see we're teetering right around 940 right now, so I'm going to pull my stop down to just under break even, 1396.7. So here's what I'm looking at. So we've finally gotten a push down past this level here. The 15 still hasn't closed below, but I'm confident that we'll actually close below here, right at this 1045 the 1045 to 11 candle, and I'm starting to find some targets now. So starting to try and plan out my exit. So we've got a couple of support levels here that are of interest in the near future, and if we fib from our low up to our high point here, we're right at the 50% retracement now. And you know, it's Friday. There's a good chance that if we tag that 50% retracement, I would actually take profit right here. It's a Friday. I've had a pretty good week. Like I said, I was loose with my stop to begin with, but I don't necessarily want to give any of this back. And so I'm not going to be greedy today. Now that I've gotten the movement that I want, I'm not. I mean, obviously I could plan to take profit off around here, and to ride it down a little bit, but it's been such a bullish week that I don't necessarily feel like that's a requirement. I don't necessarily feel like I need to do that. I'm likely going to take profit off right around here, right at this 50% retracement. We're getting the push down now, 1040, 1020. I'm going to take it off right at 1040. So I just filled. I took it off for 1040. Not a great move. Decently happy with the profit on it, but and these very well may end up holding and being valid targets. You can see we're starting to get some bulls off of that level now. I just, it's Friday. We're going into a long weekend. I don't want to give anything back, and after a decent week. So I'm okay with that. Taking my profit off. Now I know yesterday I said I probably wasn't going to be trading today. I likely won't be trading for the rest of the day. That was just a great setup, one that I was hoping for, one that I was anticipating. So I likely won't be trading for the rest of the day. I just saw something that I had planned on, didn't know if we'd get, and when we did, I jumped on it. So comment if you have any questions. As always, I'll post this in just a short amount of time. But take care, have a great long weekend, and I'll see you guys next week.